So this video is going to quickly show how to create a new variable in Excel to be able to have additional variables based on, for example, making age groups to import into Jasp. So what I would do, I would probably use the Excel commands if and do them in sequence. So I'd make a new variable such as age group, right? And then this age group variable is going to be based on our age data. Now, you can write a sequence of if statements, or you can, especially because this is a small amount of data, we could just hand code this. So I'm going to show you how to do the if statements, which would be much more useful if you have a lot of data, but it takes a lot of time if you don't have much data. So it would be something like, let's first identify, okay, so let's just look at our data. If we have the maximum of age and the minimum, it gives us some idea of what our range is going to be. So we're getting the maximum and the minimum. And so it goes from 40 to 70. So if I look at this, I immediately start thinking, okay, well, it makes sense to make classes that are maybe by decade. So doing something like 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 to 69, and 70 to 79. All these classes are equal and closed. I would do something like that. So now what I want to do is I want to have Excel return a value of 1 for my class, right? Because my classes are now just going to be ordinal. I just need labels on them. So you're in class 1 if you're in this age range. You're in class 2 in this age range. So what I would do is write an if statement. If I would reference my cell, if this age, right, is less than 50, give it a 1. Okay, if that's not true, so notice here, Excel follows along. So this is the logical test, right, that this value is less than 50. If that test is true, I want it to be in class 1, because that would mean it's 40 to 49. If that is not true, I want to do another test of that, and I want to know if that value is less than 60. If that is true, I want to make it a 1. If it's not true, I want to test that cell again to see if it's less than 70. Excuse me, this should not be a 1. This is a 2. Test that cell again to see if it's less than 70. If that's true, I want a 3. If that's not true, all that can be left is for it to be a 4, right? And then we can close these off. And so now I can autofill, and here I've got all of my age classes, right? So now every one of these represents age groups. So I'm going to get rid of this data, and I'm going to save this with my new age group variable. Okay, so once I've saved this with my new age group variable, I can go and import it into Jasp, just like we've talked about. So I'm going to go open this file in Jasp. I'm going to open the project data. And you see now that I have this ordinal age group variable. And I can come in here and I can change these labels. So 1 is 40 to 49, 2 is 50 to 59, 3 is 60 to 69, and 4 is 70 to 79. So now my data are labeled. Once I've done that, it's going to look nice in my table. So if I go to do descriptives, and I take over my age group variable, and then I want to get a frequency table, and there is my frequency table. So now I have age group. So notice instead of 1, 2, 3, and 4, it says 40 to 49. There's 10 people in that group. 50 to 59, 7. 60 to 69, 8. 70 to 79, 5. So there you go. That is how you can construct a frequency table. Again, the frequency tables only work for nominal and ordinal variables in Jasp. So you have to have a variable as such. And so this is an easier way, in my opinion, to do it, is to just kind of do that code in Excel, autofill, and then when you import it, the data that you need are there. So that, like I noted, you need to make a new variable to be able to make that, because age is continuous. It's a scale variable, so you can't make a frequency table effectively for that as it was. So there's a nice frequency table, and that is it.